Hey everybody, it's Mark. Welcome to Monday Night Mission Report, where I talk about stuff I'm working on, because I like to hear myself think out loud. Um, just gonna give it a couple seconds before I really kind of get into anything. It's actually gonna be a pretty quick one tonight. Um, the main stuff we're talking about is projects as I wrap up the classified scale SHARC version 2. My original version, uh, lovely and everything, but 4 years ago when I did it, I really didn't trust FDM printing to pull off any kind of decent detail on it. So I skimped on the detail, and so now I'm just making a better one. Uh, Somebody's watching. Let's get in the chat. What do we got? We got a Restream.io, some kind of bot from the streaming platform I use. How you doing? How you doing, bot? Man, I hate to say, I hear myself go, and I hate it. So, I'm grabbing from mildly off screen the SHARC. Hold on. So, this is where we're at the moment. This is 1, 2, 3 pieces on the main body. The kind of top of the engine and wing, and then the underside of the engine. That piece is another part. So, hello, Matthew. I grossly underestimated how much filament this would take. So I had one full roll of light gray, and then I had like a 3/4 roll, and ran out real fast. So, and with some of it I'm test printing, and so some of it goes in the trash, and then I make a change and I reprint. But you're gonna need at least 2 full rolls to print, like really 2.5 to print this whole damn thing. It's a lot. Now I started out doing 4 wall loops, and when I went to print, I think it was this piece, with 4 wall loops and 12% infill. I think it told me it was going to be like a 22-hour print. I was like, you know what, screw that. So I went to 3 wall loops and 10% infill, and brought it down to like just that one piece was going to be, I think it was this piece in the middle. It came down to 9 hours. So I was like, all right. So, bit of a learning thing. I really hadn't printed anything this big on the bamboos. Just hasn't happened yet. So, it's coming along. So I ended up doing light gray, ran out of filament, switched to a darker gray, ran out of filament, switched to black. So this whole thing has been primed and then like a little bit of spray paint. I don't love it. It's actually a little tacky still in my hand, which I'm not in love with. But it's got to dry so I can kind of put some more bits together. I still got to get the seats in there. So the big thing that's going to prevent me from like releasing the file like tonight or something is I have yet to successfully print the canopy. And we're talking about the clear glass. It's actually like a smoky black is what it's called. It's not Resion. What am I using? I think it's Anycubic Smoky Black is the resin I'm using. Had it fail on me twice, and it's working right now, but it is a 24-hour and 30-minute print, and it is, I think, 8 hours in right now. So tomorrow morning I'll have that. And really what it's going to come down to is you can see right here this thing, this grooviness. That's the pivot point for the canopy. On the original SHARC, which I think I might actually have close by. Ah, here we go. On the original, the pivot for the canopy is outside of the cockpit, and basically I'm hiding it inside, which it'll just look nice and look a little cleaner. So that's the plan. So hopefully tomorrow morning I will find out if I need to adjust those files or not. Yeah, fingers crossed. If it just magically works, whew, I'm gonna be a happy mark. If not, I'll probably take that print and try and. What I'm assuming where it could go wrong is the cylinder that is the pivot point would be too thick and not fit in the pivot properly. That's my big fear. Where like I didn't set the tolerance to be enough for the when the prints kind of grow when you print them. So I'll sand it down and make it work. So again, that main body on that SHARC was 3 pieces. And I did them all on a P1, a bamboo P1P and a P1S. So not small printers, but kind of medium. And then I have an H2S, which is much bigger. And so I'm going to have a separate thing where the body is 2 different pieces. You can see it. There's that seam line right there. Just hits the light a little different. Anyway, so if you got a bigger machine and you don't want to split it into 3, you can use the 2 body files that are going to be there when I release it. Does it save any time? Probably not. Does it result in better prints? Not really. It's one less seam line on the model if you're not trying to like putty it up and sand it and paint it. So yeah, I'm gonna do the Night Force version. Interesting. Like I was looking online I wanted to find a filament that really matched the bright / red orange color. And I was looking at 3D Joe's, and it just looks red everywhere I looked. It just looks red on the screen on the monitor, but I know it's got a bit of an orange. And I talked to my buddy Chris because I knew he had one, and he pulled it out, and like he's showing it to me, and it just looks red, and it's because of the camera and the screen can't really show neon well. But I found a I can't even remember what brand it was. I found a neon red orange on Amazon, and I'm ordering that, and I'll do all those pieces in that neon ass color. So that'll be cool. So who's here? Darth Berkey, welcome. Nude had I don't know, man. Welcome. Huge. And Plastic Fantastic. Welcome. Yeah, it's big. It's actually smaller than the last version. I kind of squeezed the seats down a little bit, and as long as like when I put a 6-inch figure in there, the canopy can close, then we're good. But yeah, I really wanted to try and bring the sides down as much as I could for this version. But yeah, it's still a big boy. Oh, so I wanted to talk about Mark II Toys. So Mark II Toys was a company I started, 3 or 4 years ago now. I don't know if you guys heard. I think I just got a message. Anyway, I started 3 or 4 years ago, and the idea was, I had an Etsy store and I was selling 3D prints of weapons. That's what I was doing, and wanted to not 3D print anymore. They were expensive too, right? Like I think it was probably selling, depending on the thing, it was like $10 per weapon, maybe 12, and it was hand painted and blah blah blah. Hey, Nicotronus. Heat color change orange. Um, yeah, it's really neon. I like the idea of doing the color change, but um, like yellow isn't right. Anywho, Mark II toys. So I made these two weapon sets. I made weapon set A. Oh, and hopefully this is B. Yes, weapon set B. So I made these two weapon sets. They're injection molded. They are, but they're nice. I really enjoyed them. Um, Good detail. Like it's the same factory that was doing all the Action Force stuff at the time. Uh, this was the one that was made. That's why I had this guy. Like I'd never seen anyone do the stock on the Uzi before, so I just wanted to do it. You stay there, punk. Um. Anywho, I was able to move some to Big Bad Toy Store. Like a good had to be like 10 cases, maybe more. But they sold through them a while ago. They sold out. Um, I got into a handful of like toy shops, um, and demand kind of shifted, and like long story short, I have a bunch of them, and I have mark2toys.com where I've been selling these things for a couple years now, and I kind of I lost uh the energy and the drive to try and sorry, I keep getting somebody sending me a bunch of messages and I'm hearing it ping. Come on, man. I hope you guys can't hear that. It's annoying as hell though. Anywho, um I moved on. I want to be a sculptor. That's what I want to do, and taking the time to try and move this product, which is like something I need to do. I've been kind of putting it off. I actually let the website uh, go, and I had a bunch of interest late last month, early this month. People were asking, so I got the website back up. Got a couple of sales, but uh, I am curious. Like, if I were to do a set C, I don't know if I'd do removable mags because I'm not a fan. Like, I really like the magazines to look proper scale next to the weapon, but making sure that they'll work with muzzle flashes one way or another is a big deal, and then deco. Like I'd have to get some deco on these things, which is fine. I'd love to do a set C if I can move enough of the product I still have. I'll happily do a set C. Jack Customs made it. You can't believe it. Yeah, and you already missed most of what I was trying to do tonight. Anyway, so I'm talking about the weapon sets. Uh, A, and I got B here somewhere. I don't know if it's open. I guess I can open it. If it's not, yeah, I'll crack one open. Um, yeah, I'd love to do a set C. I think if I do, like maybe I do a Kickstarter. I don't want to do it that way, but like I got to do something. I can't Junkian crafts and builds. Welcome. Um, yeah, I can't justify taking the risk of sitting on a bunch of product again. So I'm not gonna just do a set C. Uh, Here's the other one. Yeah. So I got some Joe weapons like the Demro, and again, this was years ago. So like that was Beachhead's Demro XF7 Wasp. Um, I got an AK-74. The Bison. That's because I just love that thing in PUBG. Uh, Yeah, I got just a nice standard M16. I guess it's over here, and then I got that one, which is kind of um, Airborne's gun. The Micro Easy is another one I just love. The G11. There's just it's just fun. It's just a mix of 80s action movie guns. Um, yeah, you get the so this no over here. The I got Billy's Master Key from Predator. Got the right arm of the free world. Where is it over here? The L1A1. This was my rifle in Iraq when I was a ground operator. That was fun. Kind of a standard vector there. Um, yeah, I picked some guns I wanted to see. I didn't really see much of at that scale. It was it was great, and I did move some product, but I'm sitting on a ton of it. So if anyone's got any ideas on how I can move a shitload of 112 scale injection molded plastic pew pews, you let me know, and I'm all ears, man. Um, yeah, good stuff. What is Gun Buddy in here? Oh, hey, Gun Buddy's in here. Cool. Darth Berkey. Yep. I said like, where'd it go? Any chance you do a set like that of your OG13? Um, it all comes down to demand and can I move it? Because and that maybe I'm gun shy, but like I don't want to get stuck with a bunch of product. I don't want to lose any money. Um, blind bags. So I had a lot of people who wanted me to sell like individual guns, and it just doesn't work that way. Like when you do the tool, like I spent 10 grand getting like each of those sets. Just the tooling for each of those sets was like 10 grand. And if one gun is real popular, then the rest aren't. Then you're just stuck with a bunch of shit. You know, like so selling them in sets is it's the way to go. Um, yeah. Anyway, I just kind of wanted to put it out there. Like I'd love to do a set C. Maybe it's a Kickstarter down the road, and it's not just a set C. It's like a box set of a ton of shit. Um, I had for a long time, and I actually just took it down. I had a wall, and anytime I had an interesting gun in mind, I would like I'd find it, I'd get a picture of it, I'd put it on the wall, and I had probably 40 different guns I wanted to do, and kind of over time, um, I've ended up doing most of them for Action Force. There's a good handful of them that like I already had, like they were done, like I designed them, I was ready to go, and then you know, Bobby would say, "Hey, do you have anything kind of ready? I've got room in the mold. Do you have anything ready to go?" And so there's a couple of guns that kind of went to Action Force that way. Um, yeah, I don't. I mean, my box is smaller than Bobby's boxes, but it's the same amount of stuff, more or less. Like he'll have some muscle flashes in there. He'll have other pieces, bipods, and magazines and stuff. But my thing is 8 pieces, and he's got usually about the same. But he does big numbers. Like if when Bobby does the weapon sets, like they are Action Force, and because the Action Force community is huge and wants to have everything, like they need to get it. And a lot of people buy more than one, and then it's a kind of a trusted brand. So GI Joe guys buy it. Like a lot of people buy those weapon sets, uh, which is great. I'm extremely proud of those weapon sets. Uh, but it doesn't necessarily translate to me because it's not. If I do something, it's not for Mark II Toys. It's not Action Force. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the I'm not sure what the way forward is. Um, as of right now, I don't have a plan, but I'd love to hear what people think. And I'd love to I'd love to move the product that I have sitting in my storage unit right now. So mm, yeah. Uh it man, I thought this shark was gonna be done so much sooner. I'm not that I'm disappointed in myself because it's like it's not like I sit on my hands ever. Like I work all day, 7 days a week. Um and it's just taken so much more time than I had hoped. I've got uh, and this isn't me complaining, but I've got three printers, and I thought I was going to have use of all three, and two of them have been co-opted by my spouse. So uh, I'm just not printing as much or as quickly. Um, but yeah, we're looking at like just a little bit of luck that canopy works when I pull it off the printer tomorrow, and I get like one final assembly done, and I'm happy with it. And then we're looking at Shark Files up on the Patreon Wednesday, Thursday, uh, and that'll be great. Yeah, I mean, and Nico Tronis is saying, spread the word. I it won't hurt, but like go to YouTube and put in Mark II toys, man. Like a ton of people have done like review, like the overwhelmingly positive review videos. So like I don't know what else has to happen to move it. Like when they sold out on Big Bad, I had talked to Bill. He said, "Hey, just call them back up. They'll buy more." And I did, and they said they were going to buy more. Like we negotiated the price and how many, and they were supposed to send me the shipping stuff and a check, and it just never happened. So I don't know what happened there. I'd been in talks with Diamond Select. They were gonna take some, and then no shit, they went bankrupt, like, as we were closing the fucking deal. So, I don't know. Like, if you've got a local toy store, maybe go in there and say, "Hey, there's blah, blah, blah." Like, I need to move some sets, but, like, the trickling out kinda isn't doing it. Like, I need to move cases. So, I don't know. I I've made back the money. So it's not I didn't like go in the hole on it, but I'm just sitting on a lot. Like the money, like the product I'm sitting on is represents the money I would have used to do set C. And like that's what I would love to do is it just move enough that I can do the next set and the next set and the next set. Uh yeah. Anywho, just I don't know what I'm doing. Am I venting? Am I complaining? Am I just airing dirty laundry? I don't know. But I would love to do set C. There's a there's three guns specifically that I've wanted to do and do right, and I've got them designed. They're ready to go. They're like, uh, we'll see. Oh, Junkian crafts and builds. Wow. Yeah, I drove up to are they in Maryland? All time toy store. Oh no, that would have been probably Second Chance Toys, right? Second Chance. There was a toy store because I was stationed at Fort Meade at the time. I just went just up into Pennsylvania, and there was another shop up there that was really nice, and they got some tips on clear pet G prints for FDM canopy. Nope, I do not have any advice for how to pull off making a clear canopy out of an FDM print. PETG, PLA, like none of it. I wouldn't even try. I wouldn't even try. That's all resin for me. So, and that's the other thing is I'm gonna like I said, I've got that smoky black going, and it's a 24-hour and 30-minute print. And unless you guys have a Jupiter, like you're not doing that. So I got to split it in half, and I really need to do a test print of the split version, um, to make sure that works too. So, but I mean, that's once I know the pivot point is good, like splitting it in half and then maybe adding a couple little tabbies just to help you glue it. Like that's not a big deal. I'm not scared of that. Yeah, second chance, man. That's not a bad shop. I've got a couple things there. I bought I bought a G1 Optimus Prime there that I used to model my big the big truck that I did. Yeah, I got a bunch of stuff there. I like that shop. Yeah, more printers. GI Custom says. I I'm out of room, man. I'm out of room. I've got like a little bit of surface here now, where I can work, and I don't want to lose it to like a what would be a one, two, three, four, five, six, a sixth active printer. I say that because I've had a lot of printers at this point. I kind of burned through a couple early on. Anywho, I think I'm kind of rambling. Done about half an hour. Uh, I have an idea for the project I want to do after the SHARC, and I'm pretty excited about it. It's gonna be good. I'm not gonna mention it yet. I know I had thrown out kind of a couple of ideas previously, and but my brain gets kind of hyper focused on things, and then I need to do the thing in my brain to get it out of my brain so I can move on. And so I think I know what it's going to be, and it's going to be silly, and I think a lot of people are going to really like it. I yeah, like SHARC wise, like I've barely done any design work on it because it's just been kind of ready to get all the pieces done. I've had um I've had kind of revenge of the jobs. I've had two different jobs I did. One was like last month, and one was like 3 months ago, where the the person that hired me to do the design work kind of came back with a couple of changes, and there is nothing worse than changing something that's finished. Like it's almost easier to start over. It's such a pain in the ass to make changes. It's horrible, and that's been kind of sucking up a lot of my time. Uh, Last week, this weekend, today. Uh, but I need to get that shit knocked out so I can move on to the next thing. So stack them. You stack them. You're the one that should stack them. Stacking 3D printers. That's cray cray. Besides, where'd the AMS go? All right, I'm gonna wrap it up. I appreciate you guys kind of coming and checking it out. No kidding. If you've got like a local store and you can convince them to buy a case of Mark II Toys weapons, you let me know. I'm all about it. And I will be posting SHARC pictures as soon as I get this thing put together. And there's no way I make it past Thursday without these files going up finally. They should have been done a while ago. But we are there. We're there. Um, yeah. Okay. So unless something happens, I'm gonna keep doing this on Monday nights, 6:30 Mountain Time. Um, you know, I got Jeja 3D printing podcast on Sunday. I got my No Code Toy Guild that afternoon, and then next GI Customs is here. Next what Tuesday? I think I'm on a stream with you. So yeah, plenty to look forward to. So, all right, guys, thank you again. I'll catch you.